love working with wood. I've done a lot of it in this lockdown. Dangers with wood is that even wearing glasses, I often get a splinter or a big thing in my eye. And imagine I've got a big splinter and Heather comes in and says, "Hey, I've got a little grain of sand," and with one eye blind, try and help her. It would be ridiculous. And that's the point of this next part of Matthew chapter 7. Why Jesus says, "Do you look at a speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, 'Let me take the speck out of your eye,' when all the time there's a plank in your own eye? You hypocrite! First take the plank out of your own eye, and then you'll be able to see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye." Imagine, I've got a great big plank in my eye. I mean, it's like a Tommy Cooper, Eric Sykes sketch. Jesus is using humour here to drive home this point, that the spirit of the Pharisees, the spirit there is in minister advisors that say, here's the rules of lockdown and then break them, is the same spirit that's at work in the church as well. It's a hypocritical, self-righteous, hypercritical spirit, the censoriousness that wants always to put others down and treats others with contempt. This person experiences and expresses their opinion. They take the moral high ground. They point out all the faults of everybody else. And yet, Jesus says, are completely blind to the prejudices and ugly hypocritical spirit that is in themselves. What does it look like in the church? Well, it's not a very welcoming church, and you've never welcomed a person in your life. I think the preaching here is very shallow, and you've never read the Bible from day to day. There's only 10 people at a prayer meeting last night. I thought this church took prayer seriously. First time you've been at a prayer meeting in a year. Church always going on about money. Always wanting your money. Well, it's not your money, it's God's money. And the person who's always going on about money is yourself as you build your house and build your car. It's not a very loving small group. You've never reached out and embraced another. The flourishing life, the wise life, the kingdom life for every son and daughter is to look at the Sermon on the Mount, look at the Word of God as a mirror, and first take out anything that's in the way of you seeing clearly God and others, and then with a gentle, humble spirit reaching out to help others.